Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle and this is a word of caution regarding watching pick a card love readings. So while there is nothing inherently wrong with wanting to know where you stand with the love interest on your mind, the reason why you're wanting to know where you stand with them matters greatly, as it can greatly impact your mental and emotional well-being. So a very good question to ask yourself when it comes to why you're watching pick a card love readings is, am I simply curious or am I actually clinging? Holding on to hope isn't always a good thing, especially if it's keeping you stuck in limerence or in codependence. The last thing I want to do is to enable limerence and codependence with the content that I create. I want to help you create a life in which you're truly thriving, not keep you stuck in survival mode. And I know how it all works because I've been there. So this is where grace, knowledge, understanding, and compassion come in. It's okay if the only way you're able to self-soothe in this moment is by way of participating in coping mechanisms, distractions, and the like. As long as you're also doing yourself a favor by learning how to heal the wounding that has been fueling any limerence and or codependent patterns that you might have. My promise to you is that as you heal the wounding, your dependency on your SP, which means specific person, aka the person on your mind, or your ex, will begin to dissolve naturally, to the point where you're not even curious about what they're thinking and how they're feeling about you anymore. I know this to be true from personal experience. When you're ready to start healing the wounding, I have some amazing resources to get you going. My personal recommendation is to start with 2 videos, how to stop manifesting separation, and then the other one is called Releasing the Wants. Both videos will be linked in the description box below. My heart is always with you guys, and with that I bid you more happy viewing. Love, Michelle. Hey Pile 1, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We are doing another pick a card love reading. We are tapping into what your person's intentions are and what their next moves, actions are more than likely to be. Intentions meaning like what they want to do, and then versus what they're more than likely actually going to do, okay? So it's reading as more of like intentions versus actions. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, and then we'll close the reading out with thoughts and feelings and some messages from them to you. All right, you guys, so just remember, it's a general reading. Whatever resonates, take it, run with it. Whatever doesn't resonate, just leave it behind for those for whom it does. I have personal readings available if you would like to exclude everyone else's energy and just have me tap exclusively into yours and your person's connection exclusively. Check the description box below for booking details. There are a lot of readings available in the specific person category. Quite a few of them are $25, so go check them out. All right, so pile 1, you were drawn to the Desert Rose Selenite. Let's get your person's overall energy towards the connection. Let's see, we got peace, but it's showing up in the reverse. We got true love. What do I want to do these? I'll put these over here. We got true love, peace, and then we have dreaming. So this says connected in 5D, frequently tries to reconnect either through dreams or uses astral projection, feels each other's emotions. Yeah, so I'm picking up there's definitely at least a telepathic connection here between you and your person. Pile 1, we do have true love. It says this is the romance of a lifetime, and this is their energy towards you, okay? Peace in the reverse. I feel like the energy coming from this card is a lot like the Sun card in the tarot. It's still, it's still a good card even though it's coming up in the reverse. Your person feels fairly solid in this connection. There might have been some bumps or hiccups in the road with this connection. Maybe some starts and some stops, some forward moving progress with some setbacks, things of that nature. For those of you where you're not connecting either at all with this person at this time, or or just you're not connecting like on a regular basis, your person is trying to stay connected to you through ways of like, telepathy. Even some of you, yeah, I mean, they could be, astral, trying to astral project, stuff like that. If you know your person is open-minded, or they're into stuff like that, they're definitely doing things like that on purpose, okay? Otherwise, I'm sensing, pile one, if you are not, I should say, because a lot, many of you are not going to be in no contact, right? But, if for whatever reason, anytime that you and your person are not speaking, your person does do things to kind of keep the connection alive to them. Like, I'm seeing someone maybe listening to music, that, maybe songs that mean something to you and to this connection. They might be looking at pictures of you, reading old text messages, just things like that. It's like, they're keeping the energy. That's their way of keeping the energy in this connection fresh and alive, okay? And for those of you, yeah, they are doing things like that because they are missing you. They may not see it as that's their way of staying connected to you, but that's exactly what it's doing. Because we do have, here it says connected in the 5D. So, I mean, your person is doing something, whether in your absence or not, whether that absence is, prolonged, or maybe it's just, you guys aren't able to be together every day, or you're not together every day, whatever the case may be. They are keeping the energy in this fresh and alive by the things that I just mentioned. Okay. Your person really does love you, pile one. They see you as, their true love, or they see this connection, the bond, as real love. If there's anything going on in the connection that may have caused a little bit destabilization, or if there are things going on where, again, bumps or hiccups, your person is still in a very calm, relaxed state. They're not too concerned that the connection itself is really going to go anywhere. Your person has this energy towards you in the connection, that whatever happens between the two of you, if something is happening now between the two of you, that you guys can get through it. And I just heard them say, we always get through it. Yeah, your person feels, they're pretty solid in that energy towards you guys. Let's see. Okay, so now we're going to get into their intentions. What do they want with you in this connection? What do you want? We're going to go to the love situations deck for that. What do you want with pile one's person? They're definitely not wanting this connection to go anywhere. Okay, it literally says not budging. Your person's not budging. We'll find out more, though. What are your intentions? What do you want with pile one? And that's too many. What do you want with pile one in this connection? I just saw heartbreak flip out in the reverse, and then it went back in the deck. So they're definitely not wanting separation. They don't want anything. They don't want any kinds of energies or occurrences in this connection that's going to cause heartbreak. They don't want that. They don't want separation, is what I keep hearing. Okay, what do you want with pile one? Yeah, I'll take them. Okay. Addiction. They want you. What they want, look at this. This is nuts. They want you, and then they want to be joined at the hip. They want that kind of a connection. Okay, we got addiction here. See, but I read the energies of things, and in the context of the energy, and so, or the context of the connection and the energy that's coming through, usually the cards, these kinds of cards would denote something like toxic. And I mean, there might be a little bit, like the framework for that might be there, but a lot, what's coming through is the reason why it's coming through so intense, and what might even come up as obsessively, is because that's definitely going to be for those of you where you and your person have been separated for whatever reason for a while. Okay, I'm not sensing a breakup here. I'm not sensing a separation due to a breakup. It might just be logistics. Your person might be off on, I just heard assignment. Your person might be off on assignment. They might be working, they might be working away or going to school, somewhere that's not close to you. And so they're coming through in this energy very intensely missing you. But what they want a very tight-knit bond between you, right? They want to be joined at the hip. Things that are coming through is like two peas in a pod. They want that kind of an energy here. Yeah, that's exactly what they want. Anything coming through? What's coming through for spell work? Your person could literally be trying to manifest you. I just heard manifest you back. Okay, so that's going to be true for those of you where maybe, you are like separated or broken up from your person. But, we got dreaming over here, talking about astral projection. I was picking up on a lot of telepathy. I don't know if... Pile 1, do you know, like, is your person into that as well? Because for some of you, your person, whether they're aware of it or not, they're actually doing things to manifest certain dynamics in this connection. Okay. Spell work says casting love spells, manipulating outcome, attracting love interest. For intentions, what's coming through for that, like what your person wants, is they want the ability with you, because we're talking about the connection as a whole. For you guys to be able to not leave anything to chance. It's like, okay, this is given energies of sitting down together and like, okay, what kind of a life do we want together? What kind of a connection do we want? It's not so much life in terms of like, what kind of a 3D life do we want? What kind of a house do we want? Yeah, of course that stuff's included, but what your person is more interested in is your guys' dynamic, your relationship dynamic. What kind of a bond do we want? Do we want to be best friends? Do we want to be, the best of friends and best of lovers? And how can we maintain that, right? How can we maintain this true love over here? How can we ensure that, we're always loyal and faithful to each other? And I feel like that might be where addiction comes in. Like, how can we, manipulate energies in a way where it's like we're so hung up on each other that we don't have eyes for anyone else, right? Your person wants that dynamic with you. Not to say I'm not picking up on a possessive energy, but it is very much one of those things where it's like, pile 1, your person, what they want is to almost have like their own little world. Like the two of you together almost have your own little world, and yeah, you have, outside friendships and relationships and whatever things, interests and stuff going on. But your connection with them, what they want is for your connection with them to be like home base. Okay. I'm not picking up on any toxicity here. Yeah, I know some of these cards coming up can kind of maybe throw up some red flags for some people, but the energy that I'm picking up on is not toxic. It's just like, it's one of those things, again, yeah, things can be perverted, right? If you're not careful, it can be a very slippery slope. Your person is aware of that. So what's going on here is like, yeah, let's be so into each other we're almost obsessed, right? But not obsessed from a standpoint of like, I have to have you or nobody else can. I'm not picking up on that energy here. It's kind of that same energy when, maybe you hear a song for the first time and it's just, oh my gosh, you want to listen to that song all the time, all the time, all the time. Your life doesn't fall apart if, you can't listen to that song maybe for a couple of days. You just love it. You thoroughly enjoy it, or a hobby, right? I'm not saying your person sees you as a hobby. I'm just kind of explaining the energy that I'm picking up on that your person is coming through. Because some people might see that and be like, oh, that's toxic. That's it. I'm not picking up on codependency and nothing like that. It's just what your person is wanting is a really tight-knit bond. Okay, that's what I'm picking up on. That's what they want, all right? Let's find out, though, what they are more than likely what they're more than likely, the actions they're more than likely to take. What's the actions here? No, I don't want to use those. I want to use the Ascended. What actions are you more than likely to take? Waiting game. There may be something, and I'm sure you guys are going to know, but there may be something going on outside of your person's control. And that might be another reason why spell work here is showing up, you know, trying to manipulate the outcome. There may be something, some kind of influence or some kind of interference that is outside of you and your person's control, that, you know, that they are maybe working with manifestation energy, trying to get out of the way, trying to unblock. Okay. Give me one more. Okay. Yeah. So very, I don't want to say it's very specific, but there is, yeah, well, there's a specific block that's going on with your guys's, yeah, and then we got cleanup at the back of the deck. What was at the back of the deck for that one? Beauty. Oh, that's cute. It says, intimidated by your beauty stands out, physical attraction, definitely with the physical attraction being there. Yeah. I'll put that back though, because it wasn't calling out to me. But cleanup, yeah. There's something outside of you and your person's control that feels like it has a direct influence on you and your person being together, living happily ever after, which is what your person wants, pile one. That they're trying to figure out, like, there doesn't seem to be anything that they can do in the, like, in the 3D physical realm. And so they're employing like some kind of manifestation tactics, whether they're doing it, you know, whether they know that's what they're doing or not, trying to release whatever that blockage is that is keeping you and your person apart, or that's keeping you and your person in the connection from making forward moving progress. Okay. Yeah, because like what they want, but what they're able to do are like two different things at this point in time. You know, we got waiting game, crystal ball. Yeah, and even the crystal ball says stepping into your spiritual power. I'm telling you, pile one, your person is into like manifestation work. They're into the esoteric, for, you know, whether you're aware of it or not, it's very much here. Either that, or your person is just very much geared naturally towards manifestation, and they just do it naturally. They have a way of thinking and being and emoting that just naturally gears them towards, you know, spell work, basically, whether they're consciously whether they know that's what they're doing or not, or whether that's what they would call it. We'll put it that way. With cleanup at the bottom of the deck, it says sweeping away negative situations, cleaning up your life, decluttering your mind, and simplifying your life. That's showing up at the bottom of the deck. That's as bottom of the deck energy, because you're, like I said, there's not a lot that your person is able to do in the 3D when it has to do with whatever that blockage is. And so, you know, yeah, they're saying they're working on it, whatever that is. Okay. Rebuilding says rebuilding your life after loss, investing a lot of effort, ready to take action to improve, determination and drive. Yeah, your person is ready to take action towards you, pile one. It just depends on whatever this block is, that thing getting out of the way, that block getting out of the way, getting resolved. Okay. Let me see. I'll do a tiny bit of digging on that, and then we'll get thoughts and feelings and messages on the block. Tell me about the block. For some of you, I'm hearing it is financial. It's a financial block. Ooh. There's the Tower. Yeah, it was something unexpected. Something came up very unexpectedly. Ooh, and then we got the Hanged Man. Something was suspended. Something was suspended, put on hold. I just heard targeted. Ooh. What's going on with the Page of Wands in the reverse? Pages can talk about children, so this could be related to, you know, children if your person has them. Pile 1. Again, it's a general reading, so I'm just trying to get some overall energies. 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, you know, for a lot of you, it's affecting their finances, okay? They could have, something feels suspended, though, with the Hanged Man, which is a temporary thing, right? It's temporary. But it did kind of hit your person out of left field. They were not expecting it, all right? And they're waiting for that to resolve, to clear up. And then we got the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse position, which is good, at the back of the deck regarding, yeah, okay, and it says misuse, but it's in the reverse. So it wasn't necessarily something that your person, pile 1, was responsible for. It's not like they, you know, they were irresponsible with their finances or anything like that. It's not that at all. It's not like a misuse of their resources and they got themselves into a really bad spot. It's not that. They are in a bad spot, but they didn't necessarily get themselves into it. Okay. All right, we're going to move on. Let's find out now their thoughts and feelings. Thoughts and feelings and messages. And then we will close your reading. So pile 1, if this is resonating, if you got what you came to the reading for, take a moment, if you would, smash the like button for me. That's a great way to energetically donate to the channel, as well as show your appreciation. Comment below. Let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it's resonating. Hit that subscribe button to become part of the family so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. All right, pile 1's person. Thoughts and feelings. Let's just get 3 from this deck. Thoughts and feelings. I don't know what I want. Let's see, your thoughts and feelings. Your thoughts and feelings towards pile 1. All right, they want me to stop and talk about that real quick because that's not necessarily them saying they don't know what they want with you. That's not it. They don't know how they want to proceed in this connection with this blockage in place. Now, let's find out. Tell me more about I don't know what I want. Queen of Pentacles, yeah, I feel like this has a lot to do with your person's ability to provide some kind of a living, okay? If that's not the case, we do have like the qualities of the Queen of Pentacles. Like your person, they want to do what's best for you in the connection, and what they're saying is they don't know what they want in terms of, you know, they don't know if they want to build this connection, even though, you know, something might be happening in the background with their finances. They don't, you know, they might be having problems with their business, or, you know, they don't know. They do know where they want to be and where they want to end up, and that's definitely with you. But there's some messages coming through pile 1 that your person is just, they have a really difficult time focusing on, like, whatever it is they're dealing with right now kind of feels like a sinking ship, or it could be if they don't keep their focus and their attention on it. And they have a hard time focusing on more than one thing, and they feel, what I'm picking up from them is, with them having all of their attention on whatever this blockage is that feels financial for a lot of you, or is affecting their finances, they feel like the more time and attention they spend towards that, it's causing like holes and leakages and things in your guys' connection. If they're trying to keep your guys' connection open. I hope that makes sense. And so what they're talking about, I don't know what I want. Like, okay, do I try and save this sinking ship over here while also trying to build with pile 1, or do I put, my connection with pile 1 on hold and focus solely on what's going on over here? Because they're having a hard time. We saw that 2 of Pentacles come up when we were talking about the blockage itself, and it was clarifying that Page of Wands in the reverse. So your person doesn't feel like they have the attention, the capacity, right? The focus, that they don't have the capacity, the focus, the things of that, that energy to be able to devote to 2 things. They're not good at multitasking in this kind of energy, and your person is almost in this place, pile 1, where they're like, they need to, we got the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse position. This is all like, them doing it on their own, because they're just not good at splitting their focus and splitting their energy. And so it's like, that's what that means. I don't know what I want. They do know that they want you. They want to be able to nurture you in this connection. They do know that. They just don't know the best way of doing that. Like, is it more nurturing and better for pile 1 in the connection if I just put it on the back burner? Pile 1 is not expecting a lot from me, and so, it's not hurting pile 1 if I'm not contacting them and stuff like that, because pile 1's not expecting it. Or do I try and appease pile 1 and try and build with pile 1 while I have this other thing going on over here that's taken up most of my attention, to the point where your person may, a lot of time can lapse, and they will just forget to call you, to check in with you and stuff like that. Knowing that maybe that's not acceptable to you, right? And so that's what they mean. Let's get 2 more. Yeah, I want to be more than friends. Then, they don't mind being friends with you, but they don't. That's not. They don't want to be excluded. They don't want to be friend zoned. That's not what they want. Okay. Your person is trying to manifest a very specific outcome and dynamic in this connection, but there's first trying to manifest getting a block out of the way. Let's get 1 more. Your thoughts and feelings towards pile 1 in the connection. Yeah, and it says, I don't worry about the possibility of losing you. And then at the bottom of the deck, it says, I only want you. They're just not focused and concentrating on that right now, because there's something more your person feels more pressing, right? There's something that your person feels is more pressing on their attention and their resources and stuff like that than the connection. It's almost like, they feel like, I have to put something down. I have to. And unfortunately, they're putting the connection with you down. But there might be like a mutual understanding here, because they don't worry about the possibility of losing you. And that's not coming through in a pompous energy. It's just coming through in they know, with your guys' bond and your connection, it's not going anywhere. The connection itself is not going anywhere, right? Let's find out what their messages to you are. This says it's time for me to heal now, but it came out in the reverse. Your person is not interested in moving on. They're not. They're not interested in moving on away from you and from this connection. They're not interested in letting you go. But I will find out what's going on with that, because that could be in detriment. Let's see what the rest of the other messages say. Yeah, I'm not over you. They're not over you. They don't want you or this connection going anywhere. That might be why we have like their intentions, like why they're wanting this addictive, not budging, you know, spell work energy in this connection, because they want you guys to be so focused on and just tied to and bonded to each other that it doesn't matter what's going on outside of you guys, you know, how much time might pass or whatever the case may be, nothing is going to permanently tear you guys apart. I can see that now. Give me one more. I left when I saw you with someone. You know, that could be for some of you. And then we have we will be together again at the bottom of the deck. You know, that might be for those of you where, you know, this is like a separation or a breakup, or you guys putting things, you know, dating other people for the time being, you know. If you are dating, your person's aware of it. They may have saw some actual tangible evidence of it. Whether, you know, they saw you maybe interacting with someone else on social media or out and about or whatever the case may be, or if you guys have friends, they may have heard, your mutual friends, they may have heard something about it. You know, they could have seen you maybe like on a dating app, you know, which if they seen you on a dating app, more than likely, you know, it's because they're on the same dating app. But somehow, I am picking up that your person has seen actual tangible evidence, though, whether you were with someone, dating someone, or just, you know, whatever the case may be. Let's get 3 from Messengers of the Heart, and then we will call it a day. What do you want to say to pile 1? Toxicity. It says their toxic friendships are creating distance between you and them and preventing them from seeing the purity of your soul. Let's get 2 more. We had that cleanup energy there that was showing up at the bottom of the deck, and so, you know, there might be... Okay, I am picking up some energies where maybe prior to this connection, your person may have been a part of a specific or a kind of friend group where, you know, the friends, the people they were hanging out with weren't the best of influences at all. And, you know, the kind of dynamic that your person is wanting with you, I'm hearing whoever this friend, there's either a specific friend or there is a friend group that can get your person in trouble, okay? We'll see why they're bringing that up. And there's beauty coming up twice. Your person is really attracted to you physically. Pile 1. And then there's message. So yeah. You are going to be hearing from your person soon. Your person is also saying that you will be together again, okay? So they are going to be reaching out, touching base with you. Let's see. Beauty and Grace says they find you extremely beautiful, but your beauty intimidates them and they think someone else is more deserving. Message says they want to message you and explain everything to you, but they know they have to do right by you. Game over at the bottom of the deck. It is, you know, it's energy that's here, but it's not the strongest. It says they fear your wrath. They know you're no longer entertaining half-hearted efforts. That's your person kind of, you know how women, you know, we'll say sometimes women, we have that biological clock. You know, I guess men can have it too. Like that biological clock is ticking. There's kind of the same thing going on with your guys' connection. Your person, pile 1, is very aware of some kind of a timetable. They're sensing it. Again, you guys are connected, it says here in the 5D. So, I mean, you know, they might be picking up on your energy. Like, I'm not going to wait around forever, you know? And it's not necessarily that they want you to. It's not that. I don't feel like your person is just putting you on the back shelf just so that they can, you know, sow their wild oats and stuff like that. I'm not picking that energy up at all. There's just, you know, there's a block going on with your person directly affecting the ability of you two to really be together. And there might be some other things too that your person is also looking at, namely either a specific friendship of theirs or you know, a friend group that could be very badly influencing your person's behavior, you know. I will tell me about toxicity, and then we will close your reading. Tell me about toxicity. Tell me more. They're telling me that there's a friend group, or there's a group of people, or there's something. If it's not a friendship group, it might be just an overall, like, the scenario or the example that's coming through would be like, you know, somebody that might be in pre-med or something like that, where it's like, it's understood by everyone in pre-med, the professors, the students and stuff like that, like, it's not the best thing to do to try to build a relationship or try to get married or try to have a serious relationship. Like, it's almost understood, like, if you want to be successful at whatever this is, you're better off being single. It's that kind of a mentality. And so there's some kind of an influence that they're around on a regular basis where it's like, you're just better off being single. Okay. That your person is aware of. What are we doing about that? What do we do? Okay, tell me more about toxicity. Why is this here as your message to pile? Okay, they're just wanting you to know. They're just kind of trying to let you know what they're up against, pile one. There's a lot of people, or there's some kind of an influence that they're around on a very regular basis where either they're getting direct flack, you know, or they're being told that they just need to be single, that they're just better off single. Tell me more about the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, they're somehow they're receiving some kind of a message that now's not the time to settle down. Okay, and something, yeah, they're being told this by someone, or it's just they're being told, you know what I mean? Yeah, they're being communicated this very directly. Either by a friend group, by mentors, by whatever the case may be. All right, pile one. All right, that was your reading. We're going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. I will see you guys at your next Pick a Card Love reading. Bye, guys. Hey, Pile 2. Welcome back to my channel. We are doing another Pick a Card Love reading. We are tapping in and channeling your person's intentions versus their actions. So what do they want, right? Versus how they're more than likely going to show up, okay? A lot of the times what someone wants can be a lot different than, you know, what actually shows up. And usually we'll be able to find out what the reasoning behind, if there's any discrepancies, you know, between what they want versus how they show up, we'll find out what those discrepancies are, all right, pile 2? Yeah, so let's see. Pile 2, just keep in mind it's a general reading, so anything that resonates, take it, run with it. If something does not resonate, just simply drop it and leave it behind for the people for whom it does resonate. I do have personal readings available if you would like for me to tap exclusively into you and your person's connection. Just check the description box below for booking details. I have a lot of readings available in the specific person category. Many of them are only $25, so go check them out. USD, I should say. $25 USD. Okay. Pile 2, you guys were drawn to the Tiger Eye Owl. Let's see. Overall energies that your person is in towards you in this connection at this time. We have between worlds, but it's in the reverse. We also have chemistry. It says there's a strong magnetic attraction here. So your person does feel a very strong attraction towards you. Now we also have defensive. So this says defends their actions with convoluted reasons and theories, twists the truth in order to cause confusion and chaos. And so I am picking up a little bit of there is an idealistic energy kind of, or an attitude coming through, like your person may be not thinking straight or thinking clearly because their attraction to you is I'm hearing their attraction to you is blinding them to some kind of a truth. I'm also picking up there might be some issues with timing. I just heard the heart wants what it wants. This is your person's energy towards you, pile 2. There might be some logistics getting in the way. I'm picking up on energies of your person not thinking very clearly. There's kind of a sense of your person getting ahead of themselves because they're so attracted to you. So there could have been some, like, you could have experienced it as like love bombing, possibly even a little bit of gaslighting, like your person getting ahead of themselves, maybe possibly promising things to you that they really weren't able to deliver. Okay, they were getting ahead of themselves. It's largely what I'm getting. If that's the case, though, it's an issue with timing that is coming through. Let's dive a little bit more and see what's going on here. All right, let's see what they want. What do they want? We're going to go to the Love Situations Oracle. What do you want with pile 2? Pile 2's person. What do you want? What are your intentions with pile 2 in the connection? What do you want? Healing, but it's showing up in the reverse. Oh, there's a lot of impatience coming up in your person's energy. A lot of impatience. Are they impulsive? Do you know your person to be quite impulsive? There's energies here, a sense, there's a sense coming through that your person may not have. There's an open cycle that your person needs to address, that needs to be closed out, but they didn't do that. So it's like there may be an overlapping, that's just a heads up for some of you. There's some kind of an overlapping. Now, I don't know if whatever's overlapping, if that has to do with them leaving another romantic connection for this one, but I am picking up on your person got ahead of themselves. Okay, they left something open that should have been closed out, and they didn't close it out before they started something up with you. So there's some tea for you, pile 2. I don't know if you realize that or not, but your person, they may have jumped into this connection with you, or you know what, this could also be talking about how they're feeling towards you. Maybe they went towards someone else. You're gonna know whether or not that's the case. Okay. Yeah, I can kind of see how this is playing out now. They may have the two of you may have ended things, and they may have quickly got into another connection with someone else, and they didn't let and they did that before they were fully healed in their connection with you. I hope that makes sense. Either way, okay, this feels like a third-party reading. You're going to know more than likely what that is, okay? For the vast majority of you, I feel like you are going to know if this is a third party and that third party is romantic, okay? Just, it's a love triangle kind of a thing. And I feel like that energy is still, I mean, either which way, there's either something about their magnetic attraction to you that pulled them towards you before they were fully done in another connection. They didn't actually take the time, they didn't have the patience to fully wrap up the connection that came before yours, or that's what's happening with you guys. Like, there's such a magnetic attraction to you and to this connection that they keep being pulled back to it, even though they may have started something new with someone else. It's that kind of an energy. Just put yourself, in whatever that situation is. But this magnetic attraction is towards you. So they're being pulled towards you, okay? Whether you're the old cycle or the new cycle that just began. Yeah, and so that defensive stuff, that makes a lot more sense. It says defends their actions with convoluted reasons and theories. Yeah, your person is definitely coming through, pile 2, as being in the hot seat, whether it's with you and or with the past person or the new person, whatever the case may be. And, they're not really taking responsibility for, basically being reckless, either opening up a new connection before the old one was fully closed, right? Let's see. Unrequited. Knowing the path. But knowing the path is in reverse. Surface level so on the back of the deck of this one, we got surface level relationship, fake love messages, not a real love connection. Whew, man, your person is definitely feeling like they are in hot water. I feel for the vast majority of you, I feel like you're an ex. You're the cycle. Again, it's general, so I'm just picking up on most of the energies coming through, okay? For most of you, what's coming through is you're the connection that they left, okay? In favor of opening up a connection with someone else. What your person was not expecting, pile 2, was to still be this attracted to you, to still, they're still feeling like they're being pulled back towards you, okay? Your person, what they're wanting with this connection, I'll find out what's going on. There's 2 different energies coming through, and both of them could actually be true. There may have been a realization with your person, pile 2, that they weren't ready to move on. Like there's almost like, I may have made a mistake, and there's kind of this energy where now they're needing things or wanting things to kind of play itself out, maybe with a newer connection. But this says, literally, it says not enough attraction. They're wishing, what they're wanting is to not feel this level of attraction towards you anymore, because what I just heard them say is it's causing a lot of problems and issues in their newer relationship. Let me find out why healing is in the reverse here. Because that's giving me energies of your person almost not really wanting to move on. But they do. Like there's a part of them that wants to move on, and there's a part of them that doesn't. Tell me what's going on with healing in the reverse. They want to move on, but they can't. That's what it is. Because we got the 6 of Swords in the upright position. It's also coming through, pile, and there's the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, a timing issue. Yep, called it. They weren't ready. They thought they were ready to move on, but really they weren't. That was ego and pride that pushed them in the direction of a new connection. It wasn't, they weren't ready. Also with healing in the reverse here, what's coming through is this is them hoping that you, because there is this kind of, I'm picking up this energy of your person almost expecting to be able to spin the block at some point, to come back to you. They're hoping that you don't heal fully to the point where, you know, you're gonna have the strength to reject them when, you know, they do decide to come back. They do want some kind of, they do want peace. They don't want this connection to be fully over, though. They're split. They're feeling split. They're split in two different directions. We got knowing the path in the reverse. This is aligning with your purpose. This is in the reverse, though. Accepting your story on the right track. Why are they so resistant to this connection? That's what that feels like. What's the resistance here? Why are you so resistant? What's going on with this connection? Why are you so resistant? I mean, there may have been a lot of heartbreak, a lot of heartache in this connection. Because we got the Five of Cups in the reverse clarified or coming out with Temperance. That's, you know, which goes along kind of with the healing in the reverse. You know, that healing in the reverse may be coming through as feeling like you're outside of your person's control. There definitely feels like there might be an open wound there when it comes to your person and their, you know, that's weird though, because we're talking about what they want. I just heard them say they do want a second chance. That's what it is. Okay, they're resisting this connection because of maybe some, you know, it's like the damage is already done. There's a lot of damage has already been done. You know, not only has the slate not been clean, it's like been damaged and destroyed. And okay, I get it now. I get it. Whew, I get it. Okay. All right, let's find out what their actions are going to be. With plastic here at the bottom of the deck, it's not the strongest of energies, but it is, again, your person kind of coming through wanting not to feel so connected towards you. Your person really is wanting to move on from the connection because they don't see, like, there's a certain dynamic that your person is hoping for just in relationships in general, and maybe because so much damage has been done to your guys' connection, it's like they don't believe that there's any chance of it ever being restored, right? Something about peace, because we did have the Six of Swords come out, like your person wanting peace, a peaceful transition, but they don't see that they can have that in this connection with you because there may have been a lot of, you know, there may be a lot of water under the bridge, okay? A lot that may have needed to have been forgiven, but maybe cannot be forgotten, that kind of an energy. And so, you know, as far as what they're wanting, they don't want to feel, even though they do feel this, they feel this chemistry and this magnetism towards you and this really strong, insane attraction towards you. They don't want to feel that towards you anymore because it is causing a lot of issues for them, you know, in their new relationship. For a lot of you, I feel your person's in a new relationship. If they're not in an actual established relationship, it's causing problems for your person trying to like date and stuff like that. Okay, let's see. Tell me then about tell me about your actions. Boundaries. Yeah, there's the wheel again, but it's in the upright position this time. Timing. Something about timing keeps coming through. Again, timing could just be talking about, you know, overlap. There was no healing. They didn't give themselves ample time to heal. They kind of jumped before they were truly ready. So this is boundaries. It says boundaries are being tested, not surrendering, standing your ground, staying true to yourself. The wheel says fate, destiny, a turning point. Things working out in your favor, big changes are coming. Let's get one more. Death. There's divine timing at the back of the deck. Something about timing keeps coming through. What is that? Oh my gosh. Let me see what the big changes are coming are. Death says inevitable end, big transformation, shedding required, and dead end. Okay, so I'm going to be honest. In this energy, it doesn't look like they're going to be taking any action towards you in the connection. All right, pile 2. Tell me more about the wheel. This feels like, yeah, putting boundaries up, yes, against you and against this connection, but this feels like towards themselves. They're trying to get very disciplined, trying to force themselves not, you know, not to think about you, for some of you, not to fantasize about you, trying to, they're drawing a hard line in the sand with themselves in terms of like the actions they're going to take. Tell me more about the wheel. Let's see, the wheel is being clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, and it says determination. The Knight of Pentacles is a very slow moving energy, but is still progress. And so, like, you know, your person taking very deliberate steps forward, although it can be, you know, steps like moving on, like taking very deliberate steps, moving on, steps towards, you know, closing out this chapter, this cycle with you, what feels like for good with death here, right? What's the big change? For some of you, your person, if they believe in a higher power, God, source, whatever the case may be, they're actually praying for guidance to help get over you. Ooh, 4 of Cups, but it's coming out with the Empress. Oh my gosh. 4 of Cups is rejecting, right? Like when you look at the, the traditional tarot, it shows someone kind of with their, yeah, they're leaning up against a tree and they've got their arms crossed, and there's a cup that's being divinely given to them. Oh my gosh. Okay. There's a cup that's being offered to them, you know, like a divine offering. And then there's like 3 cups, I believe, on the ground in front of them, and they're just rejecting it. They're refusing is what that energy feels like. And that's exactly the energy here. Your person is being very stubborn in this energy. This attraction may be a lot more than just their attraction to your beauty. That attraction might be coming from like a soul level, kind of a soulmate energy, right? And yeah, oh my gosh, that got really deep really fast, because with the 4 of Cups being clarified by the Empress, that they're rejecting the Empress energy, which would be you, right? Moving on away from you. Now just know, pile 2, it doesn't get any better than the Empress and the Emperor, right? The Empress encompasses all 4 queens, just like the Emperor encompasses all 4 kings. And so it doesn't matter, you know, whoever this person might be shacking up with or taken up with, or whomever they might be moving on with, it's not, whoever that is, that it's not going to compare to you, right? You are their divine, or you are the divine, you know, feminine, their divine counterpart, and they're rejecting it, which is why they're feeling all of this turmoil inside, and why they will continue to feel the turmoil inside. Let's see, tell me more about death. Now, death says, again, it says inevitable end, big transformation, shedding required, dead end. Okay, so tell me more about that. This is their actions. There's the Empress again. Whoa, this is weird. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I was picking up on energies, you guys, where your person kind of has this desire and kind of has it in the back of their mind that are wanting to spin the block again. Them talking about second chances and whatever they got going on with someone else. For a lot of you, it does feel they're in another relationship, right? Again, there might be a few of you, the energy's not the strongest, where your person's not in a committed relationship, but they are, like, you know, playing the field. This is talking about transformation energy, so this is making sense in a sense of where, you know, your person might be, for whatever reason, in this sense of, I'm trying to track with your person's reasoning, and I'm having a really tough time, because what I'm picking up on is your person believing that somehow whatever's happening between the two of you, if they drop it, I can't track what I don't understand the reasoning process, but I'm picking up on your person believing there's going to be a reset in your guys' connection. Because remember when I told you that something about the slate between the two of you being like shattered and just complete, you know what I mean? Like too much water under the bridge and stuff. Maybe it's one of those things with timing. That's why maybe timing is coming up all the time. Your person thinks and believes maybe with enough timing that passes, that maybe, you know, like just a new slate will magically reappear. And it's weird. You know, it's weird. For me, it's weird. I'm having a hard time tracking with your person's logic and reasoning, but there is a sense here of your person believing with enough time passing, pile 2 maybe will be able to forgive me for a lot of the things that happened. You know, we'll be able to restore some of the, it's weird. It's almost like, it's not even like, it's like, I can't, I'm having a hard time because I feel like there's almost this sense of your person believing it's going to be like a whole brand new connection. Maybe it's because they believe, you know, they're a whole new person. They've transformed. They shed old skin. Maybe you've transformed and you've shed old skin since the two of you have got, you know, been together, whatever the case may be. And so like when you guys come back together at some point in the future, it's like two whole different people coming together. And so it's like, you know, the two people that were together prior in the first version of that connection, you know, those people came together when they were both like there was wounding there. Yeah, two wounded people coming together, and those wounds like just set the other person's wounds on fire. And so there's like some separation here. And in that separation, some healing may have occurred. But I feel like a lot of it, your person's putting a lot of this on you, pile 2. This is getting really deep. They're believing that after some time, like your wounds will have healed. But they're seeing their wounds as healing too. And so like the two of you can come together at some point, and it's like, you know, two healed people coming together. And so it'd be a whole different relationship dynamic. And it's like almost as if that past version of your guys' relationship didn't exist. It's weird. It's weird. That's what I'm picking up on though with that. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Because, you know, with the Empress and the Ten of Pentacles here, clarifying death. Again, the Empress, they're talking about you, right? But the Empress is coming out with the Ten of Pentacles. That's, you know, creating a life and a family legacy with you. That's building with you, right? And then this has the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, the Nine of Swords in the reverse, and then, you know, all of that on with the Sun. It's like, it's almost, your person is seeing like if the healed versions of yourselves could come together, because you guys have some kind of a chemistry even in your most wounded toxic states that your person is clocking. They clocked that, right? And so they're seeing, and this is kind of, okay, this is their reasoning. They're seeing like, okay, if we have this kind of chemistry, even when we hate each other, right? Even when we can't stand each other, you know, and they're seeing that as being, you know, we have this chemistry even in our most wounded toxic states. Imagine how beautiful it could be when we're both healed. That's what they're, okay, that makes a lot of sense. Took me a minute to get to that point. But yeah, when it comes to actions, what your person is doing really is kind of leaving things up. I mean, they're letting go and surrendering. Not fully though, because we do have boundaries here. It says not surrendering. So they are and they aren't. They are surrendering, and then they also are not surrendering. They're they're letting go of the things they can't control. They're not trying to force things. What they want is a reset. But they don't want to reset with the same versions of yourselves that got you to this place in the first place, right? They want to reset with their healed version and your healed version, because they're seeing like, oh my gosh, we have this chemistry being our most toxic selves. You know, they're thinking to themselves, imagine how it would be in our most healed self. Okay. Yeah, because we got the Sun. The Sun, that's the happiest card in the deck, right? That's also transparency, like, you know, keeping things transparent, keeping things legit, things like that. Okay, let's see. Let's get this out of the way. Now we're going to get some messages from them to you. Their thoughts and feelings, and then their messages, and then we're going to close your reading. So if you guys got from this reading what you came here for, you can show your appreciation. And you can also energetically donate to the channel by smashing the like button. Comment below. Let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it's resonating. Hit that subscribe button as well as a notification bell to become part of the family. And also so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. All right, you guys. Let's see. Pile 2's person. Tell me what are your thoughts and feelings about pile 2 at this time? Your thoughts and feelings towards pile 2 at this time. Yeah, says I need my space right now. We already saw why that is. Let me get 2 more. Your thoughts and feelings towards pile 2 and the connection. I'm all in. Let me get 1 more. Your thoughts and feelings towards pile 2. I care too much about what other people think. Yeah, losing passion, interest. That's what they're afraid of. Your person still has some healing / shadow work that they need to complete. Again, the whole reason why they got into a whole other connection before they really wrapped up, closed the cycle with you was, I told you that it was out of ego and pride. And so there's still remnants of that, you know, and that may be why, you know, your person is talking about like sometime in the future, right? Like reconciling sometime in the future, spinning the block, you know, giving this another try at some point in the future, is because there still is, you know, there's still healing that needs to be done here, you know. Primarily something having to do about your person caring what other people think, other people's opinions, how they come off to other people, how things look, how things seem, stuff like that. And then there's a fear of losing passion or losing interest, getting bored is what I'm hearing. Your person may have a hard time just sitting still. That could be literal, right? Your person, if they have like ADHD, or is it ADHD, like adult ADHD or something like that, that's something else that they're thinking about too, with losing passion, losing interest. What's coming through in that energy is boredom, right? But again, it's at the back of the deck, so it's not the strongest energy. So that is a concern of your person. And this doesn't feel like it's just exclusive to you. Okay, again, they feel this amazing, insane chemistry with you, but they do have a hard time with boredom. They don't know how to handle themselves, entertain. They always want to be entertained, and that can present a problem. If people don't know how to basically behave themselves with downtime. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of the times in those moments of boredom too, that can, stillness, right? In moments of stillness, that's when your shadow really can come through loud and clear. And that's what a lot of people have problems with. It's not so much the boredom, it's the stillness that people, feel. And the shadow will come through and be like, wanting to, like, oh, we're bored, we're not doing enough, this, that, and the other. Yeah, but your person, I am hearing that they do have concerns now. Did your person have a problem with cheating, like a wandering eye, needing validation, whether it was from romantic interests or not? That part of them is still there. Okay. Is that, are you consciously aware of that? I just heard a strong, yeah, they are. They're trying to figure that out. They have clocked this. They have realized this about themselves. They have a very difficult time, just relaxing and chilling and just being still. And they're trying to figure out, like, there's a very restless energy with your person that has gotten your person into a lot of trouble. Not with just you, but possibly in just their life in general. And they're trying to figure out how to mitigate all that. Let's see. Anything else? No. All right, let's get messages from them to you. What do you want to say to pile 2? It was my fault, but I blamed you. Yeah. This says the timing just wasn't right for us, and it's funny that timing keeps coming out. This did want to come up in the reverse though, so I'll see what's going on with that. That almost feels like, again, we saw the wheel in the reverse earlier in the reading, and then it came back out in the upright position. I feel like that's getting ready to change. Meaning that it wasn't the right time back then, but now the timing is starting to line up for you guys. This is their messages to you. Give me one more. I just saw I can be myself with you. Finding out the truth crushed me. And that's coming up right on top of I care too much what other people think. Your person may have had a rude awakening, pile 2, when it came to realizing how other people truly view them. They may have had a false sense of their importance, right? This can be, what's coming through is narcissistic collapse. I'm not saying your person is a diagnosable narcissist, but it can be one of those things where sometimes people can tend to overinflate their own sense of importance and just life in general. And your person may have had a really rude awakening. They may have thought themselves to be more important to people than what they actually were. It could be regarding a specific friend group, right? Yeah, I feel like that has something directly to do with their reputation, with like realizing how they were truly seen by other people. your person realizing that people don't like them or didn't like them as much as they thought. Okay. Back of the deck says, I feel so happy when I'm with you. Yeah. And when that I can be myself with you, that's something else that your person is thinking about. You may have gotten them and understood them in a way that not very many people do. Your person could have just ruffled a lot of feathers, rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. You saw past that, though. The two of you just seemed, I don't know, there was just something about your guys' connection that just worked in ways. Because I'm feeling you may not have liked them either. You may have loved them and been very loyal to them and stuff like that, but there may have been, because they were acting out of, their wounded egos and stuff like that, you may not have actually liked them a lot of the time, because your person could have had, very heavy narcissistic tendencies if they weren't actually narcissists. All right, let's get 3 more messages to pile 2, and then we will close the reading. Missing you. Yeah, they are. This is, their life feels empty without you. They miss you more than words can say, but they think it's too late to fix things. Yeah. Yeah. First one's this family tree. There's cultural differences, different values, beliefs, or traditions that pose a challenge to this connection. That might be another reason why they feel so resistant toward the connection, like why they're just like, there's no way, they feel all the things for you, but they're so resistant to, to mending things or whatever the case may be. There's some very fundamental differences that your person is thinking about, that the two of you have core differences, but it's coming through in like cultural differences, difference in values, difference in, beliefs or traditions, could be difference in political affiliations, things of that nature. Can you tell me one more? There's something that they just feel like they're not able, there's a difference, a core value difference that they feel like they're not able to reconcile. They're not able to just reconcile. And it can be something along the lines of like, if they're super religious and you're not, right? That's like, they can't, they're having a hard time reconciling that. If you're of a particular political affiliation and they're the opposite, it's like they can't, they can't reconcile that. Let me get one more. They do miss you, though. A lot. I just heard on a pedestal. It says, you're the queen of their heart, the queen of their fiercely guarded castle. It's only fear that makes them run. Yep. Then we have slipped away showing up at the bottom of the deck. It says, though they never had you, to them you will always be the one that got away. They regret the chances they didn't take. Yeah, but what's being highlighted is you will always be the one that got away. That's how they feel about you now. All right, pile 2. That was your reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. I will see you at your next Pick a Card Love reading. Bye, pile 2. Pile 3, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We are doing another Pick a Card Love reading. We are tapping in and channeling your person's intentions with you in the connection, what they want, right? Versus like the moves the actions they're going to actually take, okay? So what they want versus what they actually do, how they actually end up showing up, more than likely. All right, so pile 3, it's a general reading, you know the deal. So whatever resonates, take it. If something does not resonate, just drop it and leave it behind for the people that it does resonate for. I do have personal readings available if you would like for me to tap exclusively into the energy of you and your person's connection. Details are in the description box below. There's a lot of readings available in the specific person category. Many of them are $25. Very affordable. USD. Okay, you guys. Pile 3, you were drawn to the Pyrite Cube. I just heard all is not what it seems. I just heard that. Let's see though. All is not what it seems. This says that it is safe for you to love. This is time to go, but it's in the reverse. Smothering says significant other's parents go overboard and crosses a line constantly in the connection and puts their 2 cents in. And that could be literal, okay? This also for me is coming through in the energy of your person. Their energy towards you and towards the connection is they're very dependent on it, okay? So there might be something going on in this connection because I keep hearing all is not what it seems. I just heard appearances can be deceiving. You know, your person's coming through in the energy towards you. I'll see if this is how they feel towards you or this is what they're saying to you about them. Because it says it's safe for you to love, and this says open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. And then we got time to go, but it's in the reverse. I will say that your person, pile 3... I'm hearing them say it's not over. This is not over. It might look that way. Maybe that's why they're saying appearances can be deceiving. It might look that way. Might feel that way on your end. But your person is wanting to come through pile 3 and say that they're not going anywhere. Something about their moves that they're making now. It's not what it looks like. I just keep hearing appearances can be deceiving and it's not what it looks like. Okay, it's not what it looks like. Let's find out. Let's see. The number 45 could be important to the connection or to you and your person. We also have 92, okay? September was at, what's 9? Is that September? September the 2nd could be significant, a significant date. Or the number 11. Okay, let's see. What are your intentions with pile 3? What do you want with pile 3 in the connection? Apology. They might want to apologize, okay? Making amends, it says. Mending relationship, confession, rebuilding. What do you want? Old school, but this is in the reverse. They might want to try a new approach to something. Maybe do things differently. Broken promises. This says mislead, trust is broken, unreliable. I'm getting a different message with that though. This feels like maybe some promises they made to themselves that may have been negatively impacting this connection that they're wanting to break. And what I mean by that, like some examples would be like your person maybe making a promise to themselves, like they, you know, they're never going to fall in love again. They're never going to be in a committed relationship, stuff like that. We'll find out though. And then we got lessons at the back of the deck. It says, love lessons learned, shift in perspective, raising vibration. I am picking up on your person wanting to do something different than what has been established in this connection with old school in the reverse. Okay. Let's clarify. Tell me more about apology. For some of you, they want to apologize for something that they said. I'm hearing they didn't mean it. Okay. We got the 5 of Cups in the upright. The 5 of Cups is in the reverse position. And then we got the 4 of Cups in the upright. What's going on with the 4 of Cups? This feels like maybe something was rejected. Something here was refused. And your person is saying they were trying to protect their heart. There's also something here that wasn't communicated, and they're saying they're sorry for what they said or what they didn't say. There's something about that, okay? Something about communication. Something was refused here, but they said they did it to protect their heart. Yeah, okay. Yeah. 10 of Pentacles, all right? That's building a life together. Okay, I don't know if maybe you asked them to marry you, or if you asked them, something along the lines of moving things forward, moving in the direction of a Ten of Pentacles, which Ten of Pentacles is, yeah, it's not just building a family together, but it's also building a life and a legacy together. And I'm hearing they rejected that. And whether this was a, direct rejection, right? It could just be too that your person knows that energy is there between the two of you. That dynamic is there, and they've been rejecting it. They've been rejecting working towards that. So for some of you, it wasn't a direct offer that they rejected, but they just kind of rejected the notion altogether, and they're sorry for that. I just heard them say that they're sorry for sleeping on the potential of this connection. And didn't that message come through for like one of the other readings in a previous one of the other piles? Not this one, but a previous pile. So some of you, if you might be here from one of the previous readings where that exact message came through, it's coming up again. Yeah, okay. Tell me about broken promises. Oh, they may have told you. So this feels like a negative promise. They may have told you, like, they may have said, literally, they may have said, I promise you I'm never getting married again. I promise you. It was something negative. It's a negative promise that they're wanting to break. Tell me more about broken promises. Or they're like, maybe they told you, I promise you we're never getting back together. Like, talking about you, right? There's a negative promise that they made to you, directly or indirectly, they're wanting to break in favor of this connection. Tell me about broken promises. Hierophant in the reverse. Yes. Okay. They may exactly. You guys, there's marriage coming up in this reading all over the place. Okay, with the Ten of Pentacles in the upright position, and now we have the Hierophant in the reverse. But it's clarifying the promise that your person. You're literally. I'm hearing your person. What that is your person making a promise to themselves and maybe even to you out loud that they're never going to get married. You and them are never going to get married. They're wanting to break that promise. Okay. We do have four of Pentacles in the upright position at the back of the deck. They're not communicating this, though, at this point in time. They're kind of keeping that close to the vest at this point in time. They want to break that promise to you, though. Like, if they did promise you either out loud, or even if it was kind of like a silent, energetic promise that they made that they're not going to marry you, or they're just never going to get married, period, they want to break that promise. Okay, so basically that's your person saying they do want to get married, or at least they want to start moving in that direction. I'm picking up on some very scaredy cat energy with your person. Okay, so we'll see. What's love lessons learned at the bottom of the deck? Let's look a little bit into that, and then we'll move on. We'll find out what their actual actions are going to be. We got the World, wrapping up cycles. Okay. Yes, learning lessons, tying up loose ends. I feel like that might be going on in the background with your person, pile 3, tying up loose ends. A lot of it I'm picking up. Yeah, it could be literal, right? If your person was kind of keeping around connections, just casual connections, that could be them deleting numbers out of their phone, getting rid of their little black book, if you guys know what that is. I'm kind of dating myself there, but this is also them mentally and emotionally tying up loose ends, any old attachments that they may have been hanging on to. There's some background work that and then the Four of Wands just popped out, and it's with the Nine of Cups. Oh my gosh. Three of Swords in the reverse position, talking about healing heartbreak. Okay, yes. Your person has learned some lessons or tying up loose ends. I'm hearing energetically for the most part, but yes, if there's any loose ends in the actual real 3D world, they're doing that as well. I'm hearing their apology to you it's more than just a spoken apology. They're taking steps in the real world and they're stopping me because for some of you, that all of you, that may not be true. Okay. Yes, their apology to you has something to do with them like getting over the past, basically. Okay. They're taking steps to do that, whether it's just wrapping up loose ends and tying up old cycles in their mind and in their heart, and or tying up loose ends and old connections and stuff in the actual 3D world. Okay. Oh, let's see. Old school in the reverse. Why is that here? Tell me more about old school in the reverse. It says in the upright position, it says old-fashioned thinking, takes dating seriously, taking things slow. There's a couple of things coming through. Again, yeah, they're not, there was an established way your person was doing things specific to this connection. They want to change things up. Okay. Tell me more about old-fashioned. And then with taking things slow, for a lot of you, your person is wanting to pick up the pace now. Okay. Tell me about takes things slow. Tell me more about old school. 7 of Pentacles. They want to invest more. Old school in the reverse. But yeah, that came out for hold on, let me get, your person's distracted. Let me get focused. Your person's being distracted by something or someone else at this point in time. Has their attention, but not necessarily their heart. Let's see, old school in the reverse. Tell me more about old school in the reverse. Okay. What's coming through for some of you, this might be a very specific message, so if this does not resonate, just hold on, more messages are coming through. This old school feels like it has something to do with an old connection, like I just heard standby. Oh, okay. Ooh, man, there's some tea coming through for your guys' pile, or just in this reading in general. Okay, so a very specific message coming through pile 3 for a few of you. There's a specific connection in your person's life right now, okay, that they kind of kept on standby. It's possibly like a friends with benefits, but I'm hearing your person call it on standby. It's a connection on standby. So this may be somebody that they kind of, it was very casual. They were intermittently kind of romantically, sexually connected with that person. It's a connection that your person would engage in, whenever they were single, the other person was, that kind of a thing. But they're referring to that connection as a standby. I've never referred to a connection like that before, so that's very specific. And so what they're wanting to do, and that's part of your person tying up loose ends, is getting rid of that standby, okay? There's some tea for you. Anything to add for old school in the reverse? Ace of Cups in the reverse. There may have been something very confusing. It could have been someone that used to be an ex to your person, that they were just kind of, it's weird. I don't want to get too much into that, but that is coming through for some of you. You might be wondering, you might know about that standby connection, or you may be suspicious of it, and your person is saying, like, their energy is coming through talking about they're ending things. Yeah, because we got death is literally right here. It could be an air sign. We got a lot of signs here, though. We have the Ace of Cups, which is water. So Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. We got Scorpio again with death. The King of Swords is air. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And then we have Sagittarius here with Temperance. With the Ace of Cups showing up in the reverse, I'm seeing this cup, but it's being turned upside down. So it's like your person is like emptying out the energy in that standby connection. Like, I feel like they're wrapping things up with that person in terms of like, you know, ending things with them, not something like that. To what capacity? They may not tell you about it though with the full moon in the reverse. They're working on it. This feels like, you know, for those of you where that resonates, yeah, they are. I'm getting a visual of your person telling whoever that standby is that they can't, because they may have been seeing each other very casually, and with your person now deciding that they're wanting to, you know, move things forward with you in the connection, they're telling this person, the standby, that they're not able to be their standby at this point anymore. Okay. There's something there with the full moon in the reverse though. Not everything is being revealed, so they may, that person, whoever that standby is, may still remain in your person's life just as like a platonic friend. Okay, so I'm just giving you a heads up, pile 3. That person may still kind of be like a standby. Like that, like your person's not gonna mess with that person while the two of you are like together and working towards things. If you guys get married and what the case may be, they're not gonna have anything romantically and or sexually to do with the standby. Now I will say what's coming through here, and this is what I mean by, you know, there's something that's not being revealed, and I believe it's that person is still going to hold a standby status in your person's life. There may be some kind of an agreement that your person has with that other person where it's like, you know, when they're both single or they're not seeing anybody or they're going through dry spells, whatever the case may be, it's like they kind of show up for each other in that way. All right. So that's to say, like, you and your person are dating for real, right? If the two of you like break up and you go your separate ways, that person becomes a stand-in again, a standby again, right? Like they're going to go back to being romantically and sexually involved with that person. Okay. Just a heads up. All right, let's find out what they're going to do now. We see their intentions. Their intention is to apologize, to make up for something that they did or what they said, or maybe what they didn't do or what they didn't say. They do want to switch things up. They want to, you know, buck tradition as it goes in this connection, and it feels like it's favoring something a little bit more committed and stable, right? Let's find out what they're going to actually do. What actions are you going to, what are you going to actually do? What are you more than likely? The actions you're more than likely to take. The steps you're more than likely to take. We have taking a risk with dice. Okay, it says getting out of your comfort zone. Yeah, we saw that with old school in reverse here. Leaping into the unknown and adventure awaits. Yeah, they're going to take a leap of faith towards you. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Rebuild. We got rebuilding twice. We got rebuilding under apology, and then we got rebuilding here. Rebuilding says rebuilding your life after loss, investing a lot of effort, okay, ready to take action to improve, and determination and drive. Yeah, there's a lot, what your person what they're going to do, okay, because their intentions are up here. Their actual actions are down here. They are going to start investing more focused energy into your guys' connection. Building, actually building towards something. We saw the 10 of Pentacles come up, okay? That's tangible steps. It's more than just spoken and more than just feelings. That's taking actual tangible steps, okay? So, you know, that's seeing each other on a more regular basis, more established communication. That is meeting each other as friends and family, doing life together, spending the holidays together, going on vacations together. You know, for some of you, it could be getting engaged, getting married, living together, meeting each other's friends and family. You know, not necessarily all in those orders, obviously, but you get the gist, okay? But this is rebuilding, and so that alludes that something happened between the two of you. Yeah, because we were coming up with some messages like not everything is what it seems, okay? Your person telling you it isn't what it looks like. And so your faith or your trust may have been shattered in this connection, and your person's wanting to rebuild that up, all right? And let's see. Let's get one more. Your actions towards pile 3, please. Going with the flow, up in the air. Okay, yeah, and I can see that. And then we got unfinished at the back of the deck. Leaving things unfinished. There it is, tying up loose ends. I was telling you about that. Things left unresolved. Seeing things through. That's what I feel like it is. Again, tying up loose ends, seeing things through. I don't feel like they're not leaving any loose ends, or not leaving things unfinished. They're not leaving things unresolved. We saw that with the World in the upright position. They are, okay? Again, this is in the background though, because it's talking about tying up loose ends. So staying flexible and adaptable, keeping an open mind, going with the flow, being teachable. It's coming out with up in the air. It says not knowing where you stand, situation, decision, still undecided, uncertain about something, lacking stability. And I feel it has something to do with this risk. Let's find out what that is. There is some unstable energies here. I see what they're doing. This largely depends on you, right? Like what you're wanting to do, how you're wanting to move things forward, because you know they're wanting to start off with an apology, but their ability to move things forward in this connection with you largely hinges upon whether or not, you know, yeah, you might accept the apology, but you may not decide for whatever reason to, you know, try things out again in the connection, right? I feel like there's other factors too at work here. Your person's trying to navigate. Let's find out. What's dice here? Queen of Pentacles could be an actual person, right? Could be an earth sign, a feminine energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Could be something risky tied to their finances. Could be a lot of it. Tell me more about dice. No, it's too many. We'll just take this one. Okay. Yeah, there's a couple of things coming through. Your person may have just gotten very comfortable, you know, just living a very individual, single lifestyle, independent lifestyle. That's their comfort zone. What's the Queen of Pentacles got to do with this? Okay, that may be talking specifically about the standby, okay, that we were talking about earlier up here. Because we have the Magician in the reverse showing up with the Seven of Swords. Now, the Magician in the reverse, that can talk about, like, what's risky about it is not, you know, has to do with them no longer putting any more energy into that connection. No more communication, no more efforts, no more attention, no more focus, you know, and there may be something, what's the Seven of Swords? There's something, this is sneakiness, but there's another subtle energy I'm picking up with that. Strategy, that's what they're trying to figure out. There's something risky that your person not putting any efforts or any more energy, like building energy or just any more energy whatsoever into their connection with whomever this Queen of Pentacles person might be up here. Which that Queen of Pentacles person, they might make a lot of money. They might be, you know, a financial resource for your person in some way, shape, or form. But they're trying to be very strategic about how they go about not investing any more effort, attention, energy into that connection. Why is that? Now, I will say the Queen of Pentacles is showing up in the upright position. So, I mean, they're not necessarily, whoever that standby isn't necessarily showing up in a distorted energy. I'm nosy, so I'm getting the tea, you guys. You may not care, but I'm like, I want to know what's going on here. Five of Cups, loss. Okay. They're afraid that if they, which is weird, because if there's a mutual understanding that they're just standby energies, both, like your person's a standby for them and they're a standby for your person, why is, I'm trying, like, I'm just thinking out loud here. Why is your person, because they're trying to figure out a way to be very strategic about not investing anymore into that standby connection. They're calculating risk, as in they're going to lose. Maybe it's like if your person's afraid they're going to lose that person as a standby. What are we afraid of with loss here? Losing what? Yeah, maybe losing standby status. Huh. That's weird. Losing standby status, losing that friends with benefits card. I don't know, you guys. I'm as confused as you are, but your person is kind of worried about losing some place in that losing that place in that standby's life. That's weird. That is so damn weird. That is so weird. I don't get it. Okay, we're gonna move on. What's going on with fluidity and up in the air? Okay. Yeah, like they plan on, and this is beyond planning, like, you know, their actions, investing more of their time and their efforts and energies into you and into the connection itself. They're just not quite sure on the how. How to invest, what steps to take. A lot of this feels like it's, you know, they're kind of just leaving themselves open. Okay, whatever door is possible, I want to go through whatever that door is with pile 3, right? And again, you know, some of it could be due to what's going on with them financially. Some of it could just be due to, you know, what you're willing to allow, the direction you're wanting to go in, things of that nature. And so there's kind of this thing like where, yeah, they have the desire to want to put in a lot more of their own efforts and energies and resources into building something more solid, and I'm hearing final and committed with you. That may be another thing that's going on with your person. That's weird. I just keep wanting to go back to whatever this, there's something with that standby that has a, that's so weird. I don't get it, you guys. Maybe I should do like a third party pick a card reading or something to delve more into those kinds of dynamics, because I'm like, that is so weird. Your person is seeing some kind of a, your person is feeling like they risk losing that connection with that person if they decide to go in a permanent direction with you, like towards marriage, moving in together, living together. Like for whatever reason, they're worried that the person, the standby is going to revoke some kind of a, I don't know if they're a friend, like if they're afraid that person's not just going to be like involved with them at all anymore. That's weird. I don't get it. I don't get that at all. And my curious Sagittarius nature is wanting to dive more deeply into that, but I'm like, no, not in this reading, right? So, yeah, so let's find out. Now what we're gonna do, you guys, is get their thoughts and feelings. Then we're gonna get their messages to you. So if you're getting from this reading what you came here for, you can show your appreciation as well as energetically donate to the channel. Smash the like button for me in order to do that. Comment below, let me know that you picked this pile, let me know how it's resonating. Smash the subscribe button to become part of the family, as well as a notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. All right, pile 3's person, your thoughts and feelings when it comes to pile 3 and the connection. I'll do one more shuffle. Your thoughts and feelings when it comes to pile 3 and the connection. Oh, that's too many. Okay, let's see. First we got depression is kicking my ass. Your energy, your person's energy is in a very low place right now. They could suffer from actual depression. Let's get 2 more. They might want to let you know that. That might be part of them telling you too, like it's not what it seems. I don't know if there's a few things coming through. Like, I don't know if you kind of caught wind of this standby connection, right? And it upset you for obvious reasons, and your person's trying to tell you like, no, it's not what it looks like. It's not what you think. There's also something here coming through, like, you know, maybe it's, you know, your person isn't reaching out. They're not communicating with you. Maybe they pull their energy back, or you feel like they've gone cold, and part of that message, like, it's not what it looks like. Your person is saying, you know, it's depression. They're depressed. That's why they're not reaching out. That's why they're not communicating. You know, that's why you haven't heard from them. You know, that's why it looks like they've pulled back. It's not you. It literally is them. They're depressed. Okay. And it feels like just an overall depression. It is coming through as clinical, okay? It's not, they're not depressed about, you know, someone else, something else not working out. It's not that. It's just an overall general depression. Give me 2 more. Says I only have eyes for you, but it also says someone else has my heart. Okay, and this is still heartbroken. Whew. Okay. Now the truth is starting to come up. Now the truth is starting to come up. For some of you, that does, like, that person feels like an ex, whoever that standby is. Tell me more about someone else has my heart. This is so weird, the dynamics here, because it's like they only have eyes for you, right? So their attraction, this feels like a contrast. Like they're attracted to you, right? Like you're the one that they think about romantically, sexually, and stuff like that. So maybe this someone else has my heart is letting you know, like, okay, that standby that they're talking about, although their attraction and their romantic feelings are with you, they still care about and love that person. Still heartbroken is showing up at the bottom of the deck. It's not the strongest. Oh, okay. Your person is concerned about how the standby is going to take it. That's what that is. Let me find out, though. Someone else has my heart. There's the Knight of Swords. Okay. You know, we're... there's still attraction there between that person, but the fact that it says I only have eyes for you, the attraction that they feel towards you, pile 3, is more stronger and takes precedence over the attraction that they have towards whoever the standby is. There's almost like and your person is wanting to be very clear about that. Yes, they're coming clean in a way. Their energy is coming clean. Yeah, they have this past with this person that they may have told you is just a friend, right? What they didn't tell you and what you may have found out is that, you know, it was more of a friends with benefits kind of a thing. Your person is referring that to that person in that situation as a standby. I've never said that about anything or anyone before, and so this is that's being channeled from your person, which is, you know, letting me know that it's just something that they do when both of them are single, or just, you know, you know, it's giving me energies of, like, you know, when we have dry spells or whatever, they just kind of call upon each other, what the case may be. It's not necessarily coming from a place of like love. There is care and affection there. When I say love, I mean like in love, like romantic love, like wishing they could be together, but not. It's not like that. You know, but your person's coming through and being honest, like, no, there's still obviously some physical attraction there, or they wouldn't, you know, be having, you know, sex, whatever the case may be, but it's nothing but beyond that. They're just giving you a heads. There's the Ace of Wands in the reverse again. Why does the Ace of Wands in the reverse keep coming out? Because that came out earlier. Okay, that's still going back to because the Four of Swords in the reverse can talk about a restless energy. That's the only time your person calls on, that's the only time they call on each other, is when they're sexually restless. And the reason why they're sexually restless is because their sexual energy isn't being tapped into. So in other words, what your person is saying is that that they're a standby for sexual energy. You know, as long as if your person is seeing someone else, and in this case it would be you, they have no use or desire, even as what's coming through, to want to be with that person. The only desire they have is when there's a sexual restlessness. Okay, that's the only time the desire for that person might kick in, and it's an overall desire. It's not so much, but there is enough of an attraction there to want to, you know, to want to do that, I guess you could say. It's weird. It's a thin line that your person is showing me, but it's not anything. They're coming through. They're saying it's not anything for you to worry about, because when your person, you know, is being sexually satisfied, and in this instance it would be them being sexually satisfied by you, and in the connection with you, they have no want, need, or desire for any sexual or romantic connection with the standby. Okay. Wow. What's still heartbroken? I do want to clarify that. What's still heartbroken at the bottom of the deck? Anything to add for that? This is also carrying energies where maybe your person is this an overall general energy, or are they heartbroken over a specific person? I just heard it has something to do with possibly being left for somebody else. This may be a separate incident. It may have nothing to do with the standby. This feels like it might be something having to do with a whole different thing altogether. They may have lost everything. Your person may have felt like they were sacrificed. Yeah, that's what that is. It feels largely related to the past. And it was like, no matter what you did, not you. Maybe, yeah. Is that your energy, pile 3? Like, no matter what you did, you felt like... That's your energy. And that just came through channeled. Your person might be talking to you about maybe one of your fears, where you might be dealing with some kind of a fear attached to, like, you know, getting close to somebody, because there may have been someone in your past, pile 3, where no matter what you did, you couldn't make your past person happy. And your person is wanting to shine a light on that for some reason. Oh, because it says your heart is safe with me. That has to do with you. Okay. It says it is safe for you to love. Okay. That's what that is. Your person's pointing back to that. It says open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Your person is letting you know, pile 3, that your heart, it is safe for you to love them, because they're not like that past person. Your person is very easy to please. They're saying... They're very appreciative of what you do and the, you know, what you quote unquote, you know, bring to the table. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, okay. All right, let's move on. Messages, your messages to pile 3. You don't know how hard it was to let you go. Let's get 2 more. I'm in a committed relationship. See, but that's coming up in front of I only have eyes for you. I feel like that's what they want with you. When it comes to your person and being in a committed relationship, or their desire to be in a committed relationship, you're the only one they want that with. You're the only one. That might be what, something about that I feel might upset the standby. I don't know why, but there's a weird thing about that. Like, that might somehow get under that standby's skin. I don't know. Maybe, oh. Okay. That may have been a promise. Your person, that may have been another promise that your person made, a promise that was negatively impacting your guys' connection. They may have made some kind of a promise to that what did I call it? That standby. They may have made some kind of a promise to the standby about never getting in a committed relationship again, never getting married again, or just never getting married at all. You know, your person kind of, whether it was direct or indirect, there may have been kind of some kind of a spoken promise that your person would always be, you know, this bachelor or bachelorette or this single person, so that, you know, they would always be available to whoever that other person is as a standby. And they're breaking that promise, or they're getting ready to break that promise, whether it was direct or indirect. With the full moon that came out in the reverse, it feels more like it was indirect, right? It could have just been that your person has been single for so long it's almost expected of them. And, you know, maybe that standby kind of has taken on a very entitled energy when it comes to your person. And now your person's getting ready to kind of like break that promise, whether it's spoken or unspoken. And they're afraid that when they do that, that standby is going to walk away for good, like out of jealousy or whatever the case may be. There's almost something kind of, there's an entitlement and a possessive kind of an energy coming through with the standby when it comes to your person. Okay, the other thing they say here is you came closer than anyone, okay? And I just heard them say, so you need not worry. You need not worry. You came closer than anyone, including the standby if you're worried about that person, all right? Your messages. Game over. Yeah, this says they fear your wrath. They know you're no longer entertaining their half-hearted effort. That very well could have been or can be the catalyst to your person really starting to shake things up in this connection, in terms of, like, you know, where they may have not been, you know, moving things forward or putting a whole lot of effort or whatever the case may be, forward moving progress into this connection. You may have done something or said something, or you just might be coming across in a very, you know, a different kind of an energy. You've somehow communicated to your person that you're no longer entertaining half-hearted efforts. You've somehow communicated to them you desire something more, right? And they're taking that very seriously. They heard what you said, and they're not dismissing it at all. They want you to know that, okay? They take what you want and what you desire and what you want from them in the connection specifically. They take that very seriously, okay? They're saying that's why they're willing to break to break these promises. They're you know, they're trying to figure out how to navigate things in a way where they're not losing, you know, connections, but they're willing to do that if that's what it takes to be with you, okay? They're willing to do that. Let's get two more. Potential in the reverse, and then we got serendipity in the reverse. Let me see. We have okay. This is just your person saying that they do see the potential, because in the upright position, this says they're deep in their thoughts about you, realizing their distractions prevented them from seeing the potential in you. Those distractions are being released, okay? They're dealing with those distractions now because they realize that it jeopardized what you guys have, okay? Let's see, serendipity. Showing up in the reverse. So in the upright position, serendipity says they're leaving things up to chance and hoping the universe will intervene. And oh, okay, I get it. Because it's coming up in the air and fluidity. Your person is leaving things up to chance to a certain point, okay? So what your person is communicating through this is they're not being lazy, and they're not getting lazy with it. There's some things that they do know or feel that they're out of control of, but they are going to take action where they can. Okay, this is where they're kind of like, I don't know if maybe your person has a propensity to just kind of be either too passive, right? Your person can either be too passive, or they can be on the opposite end of the spectrum where they're just, you know, busting through whatever doors are there, whether they're locked open or not, right? And they're trying to be more mindful of boundaries, right? Mindful of boundaries, mindful of like, for you though, right? Mindful of your boundaries, your wants, your needs, your desires and stuff. And it's like, you know, if they see a door that's locked, they're going to respect that. There's a lot of respect coming through in this energy here. But they're not being passive is what they want you to know. This going with the flow and things being up in the air, it's not your person taking a passive approach to this connection. For some of you, that may have been how it's been. Your person has been taking a very passive approach to this connection, and what they're getting ready to do is inject more of their energy and their effort and their focus into it. And they realize they're needing to find a balance, because I feel like your person, they can either go all in or they're all out, right? And they're realizing it's like, okay, they got to find a balance with that. finding where it's okay for them to take the lead versus when to fall back and heed your signs and your boundaries and stuff like that. All right, you guys, that was your reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. I will see you guys at your next Pick a Card Love reading by Pile 3.